Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review No One Will Save You, and this is a new sci-fi horror film coming to you from Hulu and 20th Century Studios from writer-director Brian Duffield, who previously did the film Spontaneous, which was a teenage romance, coming-of-age story where young adults, young kids, like teenagers, were spontaneously combusting in this high school. This film focuses on an alien invasion with Caitlin Dever playing Bryn, who is she's a recluse, anxiety-ridden young woman who has some baggage in her past, something that happened with a friend, and a lot of the people in her town really do not like her because of it. And there's that layer to it, like that emotional layer, and thematically of dealing with grief and overcoming trauma and all of that, which I do think that this film is able to capture that emotion and make you feel for her, and also kind of get mad at the rest of the town because, like, this was something that happened when they were young, and, like, this town, like, holds a horrible grudge against this young woman. But what happens late at night, there's, like, strange sounds in her home, and turns into, at least the earlier part of the film, this kind of home invasion alien type film. I think Duffield does a great job of building tension and horror and get some really good scares and thrills out of this concept. I think Dever has an extremely strong performance. Most of this film doesn't have dialogue in it, so she has to sell a lot with her physicality and her expressions, and she's up for the task. She certainly delivers. This film delivers some horrifying moments, some really uncomfortable things, especially with like a strange tentacly creature. That one particular scene happens that builds a horrible sense of dread. There's plenty of shocking moments, and there's also some pretty poignant visual representations of her trauma and her grief that hit towards the end of the film. I do feel like this film, even though it's an hour and 33 minutes, it's not that long of a film, does feel like it's kind of spinning wheels and trying to keep itself going to reach that feature length, and sometimes it does feel a bit repetitive, but at least each of the scenes, even if they feel like, did we really need this scene on top of all the other scenes we already got, they're well done, they're well structured, and deliver some form of impact. By the end of the film, the ending is something interesting, and will definitely take some reflecting upon how you might feel about it. And that's still kind of sitting with me exactly, like, do you feel satisfied with the ending? And, like, you have Bryn's character, does she feel satisfied with how this all resolves? And I think that's another layer of how this film tackles its themes and its story, and getting its main character where she needs to be, or at least where she thinks she needs to be. It's thought-provoking, it's scary, it's intense, it's well-directed. The sound design, the music, all of it comes together, the cinematography, to make such an engaging visual and auditory experience. Overall, I think this has a lot going for it. It's not perfect, it doesn't always come together, and like I said, it might wear out its welcome a little bit at parts, but overall I think this is a really effective second film for Duffield, and I'm excited to see what he directs next. But those are my thoughts on No One Will Save You. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.